the Guinness Book of World Records as she sparked imagination and creativity while encouraging children to read. Please, let's give a warm welcome to our special guest, Ritaj Al-Hazmi. Welcome, Ritaj. Okay, Ritaj, we know each other a long time ago, okay? And of course, I will let you talk about yourself. But before, let me introduce you to our guest in my way. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I have 25 questions and 1 minute only to answer them. You can answer as much as you can.
Okay, let's do
Okay?
this.
And of course, you have pass if you don't want to answer the question.
Okay,
Are you ready?
ready.
60 seconds. Three, two, one. Here we go. Favorite food?
Pasta.
Favorite school subject?
English.
Last book you read?
Wonder.
Favorite movie?
Over the
Over the Moon. Favorite sport?
swimming.
Waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. What are the most that you are thankful for?
My parents' encouragement.
Very nice. Biggest fear?
Heights.
Heights. Favorite vegetable?
Apples.
Apples.
Wait a second. That's a fruit.
That's a tricky question. Veggie.
Pass.
Pass. Your favorite game?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. If you are wear a toy, what toy will you will be? Toy.
Stuffy.
Stuffy toy. Please clap your hands for Ritaj. Okay. Do you want to continue the questions or just pass it?
I do want to continue.
Do you want her to continue? Yes or no? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Continue?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay, a superpower you would like to have?
Super jumping powers.
Jumping high. Okay,
Yeah.
but you're afraid of high, you said.
Yeah, but it's a superpower. It can be
Okay, it's a
my
superpower. Okay, burgers or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay, if you have one choice to add on a pizza, a topping,
Chicken.
chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, be able to freeze time or go back on time?
Go back on time.
Go back on time. A smell or scent that make you happy?
Flowers.
Flowers. What friendship means to you?
It means having someone to encourage you along your journey.
Very nice. If you could change your hair color for one day, what color?
Purple blue.
Purple, blue. One thing from your wish list.
Having free time to play.
Free time to play. Do you have a pet?
I do.
What pet?
A bird.
A bird. What's your dream job?
Right now, I'm not thinking about any jobs because there's still more to learn about the world.
Very nice answer. I like this. Do you have a brothers or sisters?
I do have one sister. Her name is Shannon.
Best day of the week?
Sunday.
Sundays?
Wait. Wait, no. Fridays.
Fridays, okay. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Winter. Favorite color?
Purple, pink.
Purple,
Like
pink.
that. I don't know.
Last question. If someone made a movie about you, what would the title be?
The Search of the Treasure.
Clap your hands, please. Okay. Now, Ritaj, I'll give you the chance to introduce yourself to our guest today.
Hello everyone, my name is Ritaj Al-Hazmi, a 12-year-old author of the Treasure of Lassi series, which I like to call the TL series for short. I have completed 4 books. 2 of them are already published and the other 2 are going to be published soon. The first 2 books of the TL series is Treasure of Lassi and Portal of the Hidden World. And the third one is Beyond the Future World. It's from the TLS series. And the fourth one is Story of the Rainbow Butterfly, which will be published soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
right?
along with Beyond the Future.
Very nice. Okay, Ritaj. As we know, every writer has a story of their journey. How did you start your writing journey?
From when I was a young child, I liked reading as a habit because it has so many ideas and you could think about anything because it's fiction. I used to love reading fiction because reading fiction is everything. You can imagine everything while reading fiction because you can make notes on fiction or on the book you read, and that's what I really like about my childhood and about fiction. It just made me, really close to books.
Very nice. Okay, I have another question. Sometimes writing may be not easy as we think. It could require something that I have to propose to you. The writer to write. What? Or do you write whenever you find yourself have time? Or does writing takes time for the ideas to come?
Writing does take time for the ideas to come because it's fiction and it's all about your imagination and about your creativity. Fiction takes time because you have to get all of those amazing ideas and brainstorm them because these ideas are priceless and they mean a lot to not only you but to other young readers or to your audience.
Okay. Does that mean like you have an ideas and it doesn't have to be the right ideas? You have your own time to decide which one? Okay, so it's not like sit down and write.
Yeah, you have to. You have to at least read a book, because reading books actually does pull ideas from your mind, because it's all about your creativity and when it comes.
Very, very nice. Okay, many people think that the writing, like they ask about writer's personal opinion about a book. What do you like the most about writing?
What I like most about writing is that it's all about your imagination and there's no stop to your imagination. You can think about amazing things, about spaceships flying into the moon or towards the moon. You can think about monsters looking around in the forest. You can think about many things. It's all about your creativity and your imagination and how you pull those ideas and write them down on the paper.
Okay, so that's the easy side.
Yeah.
But okay, you have the idea. But then how can you like transfer this idea in writing? I think you need to be more creative, right?
Yeah.
Not just like putting the idea and that's it.
Yeah, you have to get the good side of your ideas.
And you see this an easy part for you.
Yeah.
That could be like hard part for others?
It could maybe if you don't read any books, because reading books should be daily tasks you do throughout your day.
Okay, that's mean you get inspired from other books.
Right.
Okay, do you think there is another ways to get inspired than reading other books?
The most of the times I get inspired is actually by playing, and I know it does sound a bit crazy for parents.
You told me something about your sister, remember?
Yeah, and I also get my ideas from when I'm playing with my sister, Shadin. We always like to play with our stuffed animals, and we just make our own journey for them and their own life. We like to talk about where they live and if they have sisters and what kind of crazy things happen throughout their life.
Very nice. So you can take the game to a book level.
Yeah, and put it to my book.
Very nice. So you can find inspiration in many things.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the easy part. I mean, what is the hard part?
The hard part or the hard obstacle I faced throughout my journey
Maybe. What's the obstacles you have?
is when I published my first book. I do remember that after I edited my book and I gave it to an editor, I found a lot of crazy mistakes in my book, especially for the structure, because I didn't take any lessons, any courses, but all of that changed and I faced my obstacle when I took more courses from, her name is Jessica Brady. I was inspired really, a lot by her.
By her. Okay. What about like for the first time you had that mistakes in editing? So editing is one part of the journey, right?
Right.
So there's many things the book goes before it's published.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the hard parts.
Right.
Very nice. Okay, as a young writer who published many books, there's a question that is sure have come in your mind. Is writing hard? I answered the question, right?
Yeah.
What about, I ask you, the most question in our mind? Why did you write fiction especially? Not
I
like
wrote-
non-fiction. Why
Yeah,
not?
I didn't like writing nonfiction because you had to get references and you had to get a lot of other things. You, in a short way, I could say that you need to have knowledge about life.
Like research. Do you want to
Yeah.
tell our guests the difference between the non-fiction and fiction books?
Yeah, sure. Nonfiction, you need to get some references. You need to learn. You need to have knowledge about what you're writing, and it's different from fiction because fiction you can imagine anything. There's no right or wrong in fiction because you write what you think is right. You write what's in your mind, and you write from your imagination and creativity.
Sounds fun. Okay, as a student, right? Which grade you are?
7th grade.
7th grade. How can you manage to find time?
I did write a blog on that, and you can find it on my website. I managed to find time from getting away from all of the distractions, like this
That
pesky
one.
little thing. It's a big distraction, really. And phones are also a distraction. They're the same. These little things that make
Distract.
a difference in
But
our
I think if you have a goal, right? If you have
you
an
had a
aim,
goal-
you're focusing on something.
Yeah, you could focus on that. That could change your path of your day, or the tasks you should be doing.
So the goal is most important thing
Mm.
to not other things makes you distracted.
Right.
Very nice. Okay, from your opinion, what's the best work you have done?
The best work I have done is my workshop, which is writing fiction for young writers, and that was the photo that I took for my
It was a
for my
workshop?
trailer.
Trailer. Yeah, I think
For
you
the
told me
trailer.
something about workshops.
Yeah, I had a really great workshop, and it was my first one. It was so amazing. I learned lots about sharing my ideas to other young writers, and I was amazed by how many young writers like had the time to step into this course and learn more about fiction writing. I was amazed by that.
Okay. So you say like everybody have the talent or skill, maybe he can develop, but at least he have to try,
Yeah.
right? First. You don't say like I don't know how to unless you try.
Right.
Okay. And I told me about a game you did in the workshop. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Make your book.
Yeah, it was, we used to pass on ideas to each other, and every idea would,
It was like collecting ideas from the on
yeah,
on
and
the
making
workshop.
it into a book.
Oh, do you want to try that?
Yes.
Would you like to try? Do you want to explain specifically what we're gonna do?
Maybe you should do it.
Okay, let's
I think it would be like rainy
rainy day.
because like being like lonely reminds me of sadness and sadness reminds me of
What do you think?
That's a good.
That's a
Good
very
answer.
nice one. Okay, someone wants to add something, or maybe the end. You want to give it an end?
At the end, the cat found a home and a very nice owner and some friends to stay with, like a bird or a dog, a nice one.
Very nice. Okay,
That's an amazing story.
that's very nice story. So that's easy
That-
because we used our imagination, right?
It was easy.
Okay, please clap for yourself. Very nice. Okay, the question is, writers, they get inspired by other writers. Who inspired you?
I have been inspired by two amazing authors. The first one, as I said before, was Jessica Brody, and her courses were amazing. I learned lots from her and about the fiction structure, which was the heart obstacle.
And you told me something about you went to a bookstore and then you have your
Oh,
own
yeah.
book. Can you tell them the story?
Yeah, I remember that story. It was amazing. We went to a bookstore with my family. It was an ordinary day, like every day. We went to the bookstore to find some books.
Okay.
We had an open budget for books.
You have an open budget for books.
Yeah, I could buy any book.
Lucky day. Okay.
It's a very lucky
Okay.
day.
And then?
So I looked at Harry Potter's book.
Okay. Did you have your copy that day? Because I remember you said something about you have your own book and other shelf.
After the next year, I published my first book, and then I saw it on the bookshelf with Harry Potter's book. It was an amazing day.
Okay. I remember you told me that you put your book next to other book and said one day.
Yeah, and I said dreams do come true. If you have a goal and you are really focused on that goal, it can happen.
So dreams does come true.
Dreams do come true.
Okay, and remember one day when you passed by here at Ithra Library and you said something also about this area?
Oh yeah, and it happened after before a couple of months.
Couple months.
I liked to have my own workshop here or talk in this place. But right now this dream is coming true. We're
Yeah,
talking
she passed
here.
by and then she said maybe one day I'll be here talking, and it's
Yeah.
happening today.
Yeah, it's happening today.
Dreams come true, of course. Okay, from your experience, writing, is it a talent or a skill?
The truth is, writing is a talent and a skill at the same time. Some people have the talent from a very young age, and the only thing they need to do is have encouragement from their parents or friends. Even they need to have encouragement to go and reach their goal.
Okay, so you need to try, so you know that you have the talent,
Yeah.
and then you work hard to build that talent as a skill.
No, skills
No?
are another thing.
It's the other thing. Okay.
Yeah. Skills are another thing because skills can be, you can, let's say, upgrade, or another word, let's say upgrade your skills
Upgrade,
from
like
from
drawing?
any age.
Like same like the drawing. You can draw, you
Yeah.
have the skill, but you need to practice.
Yeah, you need to practice on that anytime because it's a skill.
So writing also is a practicing
Yeah.
to get better in that.
It can be done anywhere, anytime, at any age.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, what are your future plans?
I wish to encourage other young writers or young children because I see that all children do have very good goals, but the only thing they need is encouragement and a place to work in, and the time. You need to give them the time to do their thing to reach their goal.
I think she's pointing
Yeah.
to the parents,
Yeah.
right?
Pointing to you.
Okay. So you mean like the parents need to...
Need to encourage their children.
Okay, so maybe you can today go and try, right? Try to write something, and maybe you can share with your parents or your friends, and
Or
see-
just read it to them.
or just read it to them, right?
Yeah, it's
You want to read
fun.
for us?
Yes, I'd
Okay.
love to do that.
I would like you to choose your favorite part of any chapter you would like, and please read for us.
Okay.
Ready?
Are you ready, everyone?
Yeah.
This is my most favorite chapter of the book. And this is the first part of the TL series, Treasure of Oase. Chapter 18, The Three Riddles. Soon, the family arrived at the cave, but only the children could see it, as it was invisible to non-guardians. The parents were kind of feeling silly somehow. They saw nothing but green grass and beautiful flowers. But this was where a new story would begin. The original story would be a secret from the siblings until they got through this. No one must tell them. They would do this on their own. course, no one knew if they would prevail and move on. Lead the way, young ones, their father said as he walked holding the siblings' hands. Natalia and Jane ran inside. The cave was filled with crystals and gates, one after another. How interesting, their mother said with a confused look on her face. She kept walking, and the gates kept opening until they came to a golden door with a note carved on the surface that said, "Welcome, young guardians of the lost treasure. This door will only be opened if you can answer the riddles that I will be giving you. Be ready, be brave, answer with your heart. You only have one chance. Use it wisely." Natalia, Jane, are you ready? Their father asked. Natalia replied, "Yes, of course. This is our destiny." Natalia and Jane's eyes sparkled. Then the magical gate said, "Here you stand in this cave. Will it be the end of your magical journey, or is it the beginning of a new one?" Jane nodded to Natalia, then whispered something only she could hear. The gate was waiting for their answer. Natalia and James stood doing nothing for a while. Their parents whispered to each other that they sure had taken their time, but they waited for them. They were truly nervous for them. Okay, and that's it. That's the cliffhanger that I'm going to leave you guys in.
Very nice. Please clap your hands. I really like this part. Okay, Rita, you told me before that your writings is not just a story. There's a message behind it, right?
Oh yeah.
Can you please tell me what's the hidden message behind this book?
Okay.
Especially that one, the first one.
The first one. The first one, Treasure of the Lost Sea, talks about how people's lives can change. How you can be living from poor and lonely to living a happy life like anyone else. And my book talks about how people can change throughout this amazing journey, throughout their life, and now they are living great lives.
So it's like hope, right?
Yeah.
So that's
You
really
need to
deep.
have hope.
That's really deep. Thank you. What about tell
The
us
second
about
book? Tells us-
there is another message in the other book?
Yeah, and
Okay.
also the third book.
Okay, so you just don't write stories, you also have a deep meaning behind the whole story. Okay, so tell
Yeah.
us about the second book.
The second book, Portal of the Hinder World, my two main characters go to a mission to save another world. And the book talks about how people's lives can change, but not from living poor and lowly to living happy lives, but from how you can do the opposite and living your life. Maybe you're living a great life, and then people that you really love deeply go away suddenly like that. And that may happen if you read my book. That may happen to the main characters, but I can't say for sure, but it may happen if you read it. And it will make a difference in their lives, but deep down inside, it will never make a difference. They will continue on and go to their journey and continue saving the world,
Okay.
or two worlds maybe. Who knows?
Maybe three. Okay, so you told us about the first and second book, which is already published.
Yeah,
And the two are coming soon.
yeah.
Do you want to tell us about it, or you want to keep it?
Let's talk about the third
The
book.
third one, it's almost
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
So please tell us about the third one.
The third book talks about how the two main characters, after they lose the people who they really love, it talks about how they begin acting and plotting for their next move to saving another world.
Another one, not the same like two before. It's another one. Okay.
Maybe they're going into the past or into the future, but I think you'll know that it's from the future because of the title and the cover.
The cover, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. What about the characters? Are they the same from the first book and the second and third? The characters, are they
Yeah,
the same?
they're the same because they are in the TLS series.
Okay. What about if you change some characters? Is it okay?
As a series book, like, let me give you an example. A simple example is Harry Potter. How the author made, when they made the series, they made the main characters the same from the first and second book and so on.
Okay. So there is main characters and there's second characters that you can add and take out.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay. And I saw one of your workshop talking about the same, something about making people more emotional about.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about
their
this?
characters?
Yeah, it's something like that. Can you tell us, please?
Like when Dumbledore and Harry Potter went away, that was a sad moment for not only the characters, but also the readers. So that is a great way to keep the readers, to keep the readers with you for other books you publish. They will always be ready to read other books because they're super excited about the next one, about what things you will give to them and also take away from them.
Very nice. So you take the emotional. Sometimes you read a book and you don't want to leave it until you finish it.
Yeah.
So that's a secret, right? So are you doing the same thing in your books?
I am doing the same thing in my books because I told you that the two main characters, they have their loved ones gone, and that will be an obstacle from them in the second book. But in the third book, they will find a way to overcome the obstacles.
Very nice. Questions? Of course, yes. We'll give you the space to ask Ritaj any question you would like to ask. So if you have a question, please raise your hand so we can give you the microphone. Please, okay? It's your chance to ask any question for Ritaj.
How long did it take you to write your book?
It took me about maybe 2 years to write all of the books that are published now. The first book was published in 2019 and the second was also published in 2019. I was so excited about publishing my first book, so I decided to write another one. And now these 2 books are published.
My question is, if you had more time to write, like, at least one book, would it be a better book?
I say every new book is a new chance for you to redo better things or overcome the mistakes that you did in the old book.
Okay.
So every new book is a new chance to redo a new story or to put your creative mind more to it.
Right. But I think her question is one of your books, if you have the more time, right? Like one book, if you have extra time to keep writing on it, is it going to be better or not?
It is going to be better, of course, because when I know my mistakes in the book, of course, what I'm going to do in the new book, I'm going to make it better.
Very nice.
So, how do you feel long when you write the first book?
How long? First book?
It took me to complete and publish. Let's say to complete it, it took maybe 1 year.
1 year. 1 year. Okay, more questions.
Are you gonna make more books in the future?
Of course. I want to give my readers a chance to learn more from other books I publish.
Very nice. Any more questions?
Do you have any advice for writers who want to start writing?
The first advice that I would give to all of you is you have to learn about the structure of the book so you don't do the same mistake I did. When I edited my book, I didn't know about the structure, about anything. So it turned out all cocky and silly. Yeah. Yeah, and there were no details for the reader to imagine the character or the landscape in there.
Very nice. More questions? You have a question? Please.
Where can we buy your books?
Currently, I don't know much about the logistics, but I do know that my book is in Jarir Bookstore.
And I think there is online on Amazon.com.
Yeah.
You can find it online too. Okay. Any more questions?
I just have something to say.
Please, yes, say it.
I bought this book today at Jarir Bookstore and I met.
Yeah, I
Ithra.
remember.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah, it was
Very
the
nice.
first time I met a fan in my whole life.
A fan today? Very
Yeah, it
nice.
was the first day, and I got to meet them. I signed the book. It was an amazing moment, and I will always treasure that moment for when my first fan meets me and they know about me. I mean, it's crazy.
Of course, yes. You have the responsibility now, right? You
Yeah.
feel it? You can
Yeah.
feel it? Okay, I want you to tell the guest of today something.
The only thing I can say for all of you is even when you find obstacles throughout your day, throughout the week, throughout the year, you need to find a way and try to find a way to overcome that obstacle, because every day is a new day to overcome those obstacles, to reach new goals, to finish more tasks. So what's amazing about you kids is because you're little, you have lots of free time to do. That's all I can say. Try new things, learn more, and another thing that I'd like to say is that don't only put your mind on fiction books, because the reason I put my eyes on fiction book is because I'm publishing fiction books. But you have to read non-fiction, science fiction,
Of course.
and other books too.
Very nice. So it's open doors.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Okay, Ritad, at the end, I really we wish have more time, right? But it's almost done.
Yeah.
Before we go, I would like you, of course, to sign a copy for the library, and of course to Miss Noura. Miss Noura Zamal, she was right here. Okay, I want you please to sign a copy for the library. So here's a copy, and of course for the fans. Okay, here we go.